the Bears and the Commanders. Commanders, the home team. Obviously, Bears, the visiting team. In Washington, the Bears are winless, if you don't know. And if you also don't know, the social media department and the rest of the building, in most of the 32 NFL buildings, kind of operate in different worlds. And in some buildings, no names, the football side has a heavy hand on the social media side, right? There are some head coaches, again, no names, you can guess, that really want to see the social media before it goes up, right? And has strict guidelines on what the social media team, most of them 20-something kids fresh out of college, can post, right? They're trying to be fun. They're trying to be creative. But in some buildings, especially when it comes to injury updates and things like that and poking fun at other teams you might be playing, the coaches have a heavy hand. In others, coaches don't pay much attention because they're worrying about the football. And sometimes the social media department puts stuff up where you say, man, what were you thinking? The Chicago Bears had one of those tweets this morning. I want to preface this by saying I don't think it makes the organization look bad. I don't think anyone did anything stupid. I don't think anyone should be fired. But sometimes you put up a tweet, and it's on the screen right now. Name this boy band as the Bears are leaving Lake Forest and getting ready to head to O'Hare. And you see a bunch of Bears with their travel gear and their suitcases getting on the bus. Name this boy band. It's a fun photo. Hey, we all have fun on social media, but you can imagine the replies. Let's get some of the replies. Can't play. Out of sync.
Out of sync.
Maroon 0-5.
I mean, that is just genius.
That is Maroon 0-5 is genius.
Maroon 0-5 is top notch.
Panic at the Bears show.
Panic at the disco.
I said instinct.
Yep.
Which is I stole from Robert Smigel and what was it? Triumph, the insult comic dog, right? When he was outside,
about to get blown out, boys.
Instinct.
The Jackson 0-5.
The Jackson 0-5.
There you go.
One Direction, and the arrow was down.
I saw one wrong direction, right?
I didn't see this at all till this is the first time I've seen
Tang Clan.
The Lose Tang Clan.
The 0-5 Heartbeats. I'm just scrolling here. Someone just tweeted a picture of Chase Claypool. The
0-5 Heartbeats.
The Bee Gees We Stink. L-Town.
It's an O-Town.
0-17. Zero Direction.
Zero Direction. The Suicidal Squad.
The Owen, Owen 5. The Basement Dwellers.
Can't play is really funny.
Which one?
Can't play.
Can't play. In Another Bad Creation.
ABC.
Yeah. Look, it goes on and on. And listen, the social media team means well for most teams. There are some teams sometimes I don't think they mean well. There's one team in particular that takes a lot of shots at the other team. A lot of shots. They think they're funny, and they are funny most of the time, but sometimes you're like, are you writing checks your team can't cash?
That's what I mean. That's kind of been my point this whole time. Like, I get it. They have a job to do. They're trying to be funny. They're trying to be creative. They're trying to be edgy, but you don't have to play in the game. So somebody on the other team might really take this personal and try to injure someone. Who knows?
Well, this is not one of those.
This is not one of those.
Good-hearted.
I'm saying other teams' posts. These players have to cash the checks.
You can say it. It's the Chargers. You could say it.
I wasn't going to say
it. I think the Chargers draft video is amazing. It's awesome. I'm not draft. I'm sorry. Schedule release video.
Schedule release, yeah.
But sometimes people have taken offense.
Yeah.
They have. I think they're funny. I think they're great, actually. But sometimes people take offense. Now, has it affected them on the field? No, not at all. I don't think so. So I think we make too big of a deal out of it, to be honest with you.
I think to your point earlier when we're kind of setting this all up, if I was a head coach, I think I would want to see all these. I would want to be the one to approve or disapprove of what goes out.
The Bears had a similar one 2 weeks ago, and it kind of flew under the radar. When I say similar, I mean that got comments where you just went like, oh, my God. It was well-intended. It was Sunday morning before they lost. I can't remember what it was. I believe the Sunday morning of week 3. Yom Kippur was starting this evening, that night, Sunday night, heading into Monday. For those who don't know, it's the holiest of holies. It's a very solemn holiday on the Jewish religious calendar, and it's one on which you fast. Okay? It was before the Chiefs game, before they go into Kansas City and lost badly. And it said, wishing everyone a happy new year and a safe fast, which is what you say. Great. But the comments underneath it were like, oh, boy. Oh, boy. Like, Bears fans just want to win. There was the obvious, like, dark side of the internet pushback against that as well.
Yeah,
and it's just like, what are we thinking here with this? Like, time it better. Do it Monday morning, maybe. You know? Time it better. And with this one, hey, I know what you're thinking. You're trying to drive interaction, but, like, look at the comments here, right? Look at the comments. Do you want to post this and then turn comments off? Right? Do you?
It kind of makes it worse.
The Backseat Boys. Another one. Like, I'm just reading these.
If you turn the comments off, you're kind of anticipating. You're like, oh, man, we might get a lot of pushback, but I want to put the picture out.
Well, but this one called for interaction, right? Name this boy band. And you know from the social media department here, the one thing you want is interaction.
Right.
Right? What are my analytics? Right? Because if you get interaction, then the algorithm, whatever app you're on, pushes it out to more people, right? And then you get more views.
Yeah.
Right?
Oof.
Yeah.
But Chris, you said something about being a coach and wanting to see it. Man, seriously, bro, can you imagine Belichick with all the stuff he already has to do, wanting to sit down and go, hey, coach, here's some tweets and Instagram posts you got to look at. He would lose his mind. These guys don't want to.
Probably. He probably doesn't care, but maybe a younger coach who's a little more in tune.
I like this one. None defeated.
Yeah. I don't think this one would have gotten approved if I was the head coach.
I don't think so either.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.